Okay, got a delivery of 4 bottles of gear oil, 80W90. So I am going on here. I tightened the 2 lowers. These 2 lower ones here, I've tightened them down. So now what I have to do is just let's see if I have a place I can set this. How about on the tire? Okay, so I am gonna open this guy right here, and you know, I drained this out. It was a lot of funky looking stuff in there, but so now what I gotta do is right here I just fill this until it drips over. So here it comes. So okay, that's the first one. So all right, here's the second one. So I will pump this whole thing in there, and then we'll see if it's how much more it needs. All right, that's the end of the second one. So let's see how much more it'll take. Okay, so at the end of the third one here, when I pump it in, you can see that I just get a little bit of overflow. So I'm just gonna let it settle, and then I'm gonna do a little bit more. Yeah, you can see it's running down there now. That's 3 full, I think this is 3 liters. Let's see, what is that? Say one quart. So that's 3 quarts that went in there. And that seems to be right at the point where it starts leaking out this side hole. So, all right, I may give it a couple pumps from the 4th one that I've got. And then what I was gonna do as well is pry off the little caps of my steering box and just check real quick. I'm not sure, it's not like the bus where you have a drain, but I think I can pull these little caps off and then see if to look into whether I need gear oil in there. Just top it off if that's what it takes. All right, well, having filled the gearbox, I was checking this steering box just to look if it's possible to see what's in there. It looks kind of empty actually, and that doesn't surprise me. So what I'm gonna do here is I took off the 2 seals, which are these 2 guys here. They're still okay, but I kind of put a hole in one of them. I should order 2 new ones of those, but for now what I'm going to do is I am just going to fill this up with some gear oil. Fill up the top one until the bottom one sort of leaks out. There, it just did. So I guess I would consider that to be full. And then I'll put in the bottom seal. This I will. Okay, that seal is in. I think I did damage them when I took them out a little bit, but I think they're still gonna seal fine. And then I'll just fill up the top one. Since there's no longer a bubble, no longer a way for the air to escape, so I have to do it slowly. Alright, that's totally full now. So, wipe this down a little bit, and I'm going to give it one more go on the transaxle, which is leaking out its excess. So, put this one in. Let's see, I guess it's fine. Okay, so that's the seal. Seal on both of those, and this thing is totally full of gear oil. So let's go back over to the transaxle. Give it one last hurrah here. So put this up on the tire. And you can see how it's been leaking out underneath, but I'm gonna give it as though I've lost my little straw underneath inside this thing. A good way of fishing the straw out. Alright, so this one is full. And now I just will put this guy in. And then I'll just torque it down with this. All right. So that job is done. All my transmission oil. Alright, well, just working on my motor here. This is the motor running the Beetle. Everything here looks good. For some reason it dripped a little bit of gas out of the car here, so that's why I had this, and I'm a little worried my battery down here where the gas was coming from. Somehow some gas leaked out and got into the bottom of this heat exchanger. So anyway, well, I'm just gonna let it idle a little bit and just about actually mounting this motor onto here, backing the whole thing up, pulling out the body, because this is pretty much done. I think everything is done here on the chassis, and what'll need to be done is, you know, obviously I get the rubber strips here that go between the body and the chassis, but I need to pull the body out and do my work for a couple of weeks on this body. Ultimately, it'll wind up being this color here. And I think that this part here looks pretty good. So I started sanding this down just to kind of see if I could get a good base without going to bare metal, and it looks good. So I'll need to cut these out soon. As soon as I get the dimension, I'm gonna pull the chassis in, probably mount the motor on it. The motor's already tuned up and ready to go. Something weird was happening with the gas leak, which is why I got my fire extinguisher down. But it appears to be fine. I think that what happened was I had the gas up here on the workbench, and I think that the gravity fed somehow had messed up this seal here, tightened this. Seemed to be okay. On this side, I still have the rubber seal. The rubber seal on the other side seems to have disintegrated, so I just tightened through it. But I don't see any leakage here at all now. So I think that this motor is good to go. So that's great. I think I've completely finished the chassis now. And I think what I'm going to do, I need an engine stud mounting kit. And then I can mount the engine on here and just back this chassis up into the garage. And